take a look at the worst episode of He-Man, The Royal Cousin.
I am Adam, Prince of Eternity.
I'm Prince Adam, and this is the story about how my life got turned upside down.
This is Cringer, my fearless friend.
You want to know why they call him Cringer? It's because he stays up all night simping. If you're confused on the plot, He-Man is about a prince that obtains a magical sword that he uses to defend his planet from an evil sorceress and protect a castle that contains the strongest weapons in the world that an evil sorcerer wants to get his hands on, named Skeletor.
Most powerful man in the universe.
Ow, that hurt!
Upon completion,
Skeletor is reprimanding two minions.
the both of you are fools!
He's just mad because Evil Lyn dumped him. He'll get over it.
Go back and find that globe!
For the last time, Skeletor, you do not need a globe to check and see if Australia is really upside down.
And plant it so it will grow!
Skeletor's teamed up with John Denver. This is truly his most evil plan yet. Skeletor wants a globe for reasons I'll get into later. We cut over to the Eternian Palace where Adam's cousin comes to visit. And well, he's kind of a... That is Diego from Ice Age singing the song, and if I get a copyright strike for using that song, then the song will really live up to its name. Cousin is such a brat. He constantly plays, "I'm gonna tell on you" card. I mean, he's literally a Karen. He takes his cousin Jeremy to see Man-at-Arms, the weapon expert.
Jeremy, this is Man-at-Arms.
Don't you have a real name?
My friends call me Duncan.
The secret origin of Dunkin' Donuts finally revealed. Jeremy continues to be a jerk by taking an invention that Man-at-Arms still hasn't tested and then using it.
And it's my new rock softener.
What's it for?
Well, to convert rocky areas to soil for farming. Now put it down. I haven't even tested it yet.
Don't worry, I'll test it for you.
Jeremy, don't.
Guess you could say that table didn't have a leg to stand on. Do not want to mess with an invention that a scientist hasn't tested. One time I was helping T-Sano with some chemicals to make something, and then this happened to my face. But Jeremy broke Man-at-Arms' machine. Adam has to help him go fix it, so Adam tells Ram-Man to watch him while Adam is gone. So, because Jeremy finds new ways to be a butthole, he hijacks a sky sled. A sky sled is a flying jet ski, basically. Jeremy can't control the sky sled, so he's about to crash. Luckily, they're close to where Adam was testing the rock softener when Man-at-Arms helping him fix it, so Adam transforms into a superhero identity, He-Man. Since Adam transformed, I think it's time for us to transform. By the power of likes and subscribers!
Let's do this, buddy.
He-Man saves his cousin, everything goes well. His cousin is grounded for doing something so regular, so the cousin sneaks out to go to town and meets an old lady, which turns out to be one of Skeletor's minions. Lyn, which is one of Skeletor's minions, wants the rock softener so they can get in the Castle Grayskull, which contains the most powerful weapons in the universe. So they use Jeremy, Adam's cousin, to trick him into stealing the rock softener. Adam's cousin steals the rock softener, and for some reason there were no guards to guard it. I mean, what, were they at karaoke night? Jeremy realizes that giving the machine to that person was a bad idea, and that it's going to cause danger, so he tries to go get the rock softener back, but he fails, and so Adam goes to help him, and then we get a fight scene, and then the episode ends, and Jeremy learns that stealing is wrong, and to respect elders. Anyway, I bet you're wondering why the reason I cut that plot summary short. It's because I didn't have much to say, and I just wanted to get into the conclusion because I have a lot more to say in that department. It's an 80s cartoon. We have to judge it with different standards than we would modern cartoons. For example, the animation, and in the 80s cartoons, they were designed to teach lessons. In the episode, you're taught change with the character Jeremy. Now, the problem is here, Jeremy is really annoying, and you don't want to listen to him, and he's not for a very entertaining character. I understand that Jeremy is supposed to be annoying, but here's a way to fix it. Have him work for Skeletor. Like, instead of him being the butthole kind of bad, have him be straight up evil and be taught by Skeletor that the evil side is better, and have him slowly learn that the good side is the true side that he wants to be on. That way the change lesson is more impactful, and we get more Skeletor, and we all know Skeletor is the true hero of any He-Man episode. But anyway, back to what I was saying. The change will be more impactful if he was fully evil and then turned good and really taught your behavior in a more better way. Imagine what Skeletor teaching Jeremy to be evil would be like. Step 1, evil laugh. That would be a way better premise Oh, and another problem with this episode is that whole orb thing I mentioned earlier. It really goes nowhere, and it's just added in for a filler fight scene that really serves no purpose and is not that entertaining. Here's the big problem. They did this exact same episode plot a few episodes before this one, and that episode was way better than this one, so the episode I'm reviewing right now is just an inferior version of that episode, so they just copied themselves and made it way worse. The real positive I have to say about this episode is I think the rock softener is cool. I mean, the whole episode basically boils down to this. Hi, I'm He-Man. I hate you. I hate this episode with a burning passion. That doesn't mean that there aren't any good episodes in this show, and that's why I made this video, not only to rant about this episode, but to talk about He-Man as a franchise as a whole. Most 80s franchise. And there are so many reboots out there, such as Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, from everything, but when is He-Man gonna get its time to shine? I mean, Shrek even is gonna get a reboot. If you hadn't heard, Shrek is gonna get a reboot. That's barely even all. But anyway, back to the topic. When is He-Man gonna reach a new generation? There's not many young fans of He-Man as far as I'm aware. Maybe I'm just not finding them, but the He-Man fan base just isn't like other fan bases. There are new generations of Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles. When are we gonna get He-Man? I mean, the He-Man reboot we got in 2002 is 17 years old. This episode may suck that I just reviewed. I just want a new generation to discover this show like they've done with other shows. And hopefully this video will reach out to some of my audience. And I get it. If the 80s cartoon isn't your thing, I suggest taking up the 2002 reboot. The entire series of the 2002 reboot is available on YouTube. So just search up He-Man 2002 if you're interested. But I just want to have discussions with... That was just me talking and rambling for a few minutes.